God has seen every tear you wiped away in silence, every moment you tried to stay strong even when your spirit was shaking. You have carried questions inside your heart that you were too afraid to speak out loud. Questions about His loyalty, His honesty, His intentions, His silence, His sudden distance, His unexplained changes, His late-night behavior, the shifts in His energy that never made sense to you. You tried to convince yourself that you were overthinking, that maybe it was your insecurity speaking, that maybe love requires patience even when it hurts. But God says this clearly to you now: your spirit wasn't lying to you, it was warning you. You have felt a heaviness in your heart because something behind the scenes has not aligned with the words He speaks. He says He loves you, but love does not move in shadows. He says He cares, but care does not hide. He says you matter, but people who truly value you do not handle your heart with secrecy. And God has been watching everything, not to scare you, not to break you, but to protect you from what you could not see. There are things happening behind your back that your heart has sensed but your mind hasn't fully understood yet. God has been shielding you from certain truths until your spirit was strong enough to receive them. He knows how deeply you love, how fiercely you hold on, how hard you try to believe in the goodness of people. But God is not going to let you walk blind into disappointment. He is not going to let you attach your destiny to someone who only gives you half of their truth. You deserve more than half love. You deserve more than hidden intentions. You deserve more than someone who keeps you in the light while keeping secrets in the dark. He loves you, or at least he believes he does, but his version of love is not the kind of love God wants for you. God wants you to have a love that is pure, loyal, and transparent. A love that does not hide conversations. A love that does not flirt with temptation. A love that does not pull away when things get real. A love that does not behave one way in front of you and another way behind closed doors. God is about to show you what has been happening behind your back. Not because He wants you to suffer, but because He wants to stop the cycle of confusion that has been draining your soul. The truth will come through small signs at first, things that don't add up, conversations that feel strange, patterns that repeat until you can no longer dismiss them. The truth will show up through people, through comments, through unexpected moments where everything hidden becomes exposed. God is removing the veil so you can finally see what has been kept from you. And when that truth comes, it will not destroy you, it will free you. It will save you from years of emotional exhaustion. It will save you from building a life on unstable ground. It will save you from giving your loyalty to someone who has not protected your heart the way you protected his. God knows your worth even when others don't. You have a heart that loves deeply, forgives quickly, and trusts sincerely. But that kind of heart must be handled with integrity. God has seen moments where He entertained things He should have avoided. God has seen the messages He shouldn't have replied to, the attention He shouldn't have entertained, the conversations He shouldn't have kept private, the emotional connections He shouldn't have allowed to grow. You didn't see it. But God did. And because He saw it, He is stepping into your life with divine intervention. Not punishment, clarity. Not destruction, direction. Not heartbreak, redirection. You prayed for answers, for peace, for certainty. Those prayers are being answered now, but answers do not always come dressed as comfort. Sometimes answers come as revelation. Sometimes clarity comes as exposure. Sometimes healing begins with truth that you were never meant to discover on your own, truth God Himself reveals because He loves you too much to let you live in deception. And God wants you to know this: what comes to the light now is not happening to hurt you. It is happening to protect you, to prepare you, to reposition you, ***. You are about to see the truth behind His behavior, behind His words, behind the sudden distance, behind the inconsistencies. You will no longer wonder. You will no longer question. You will no longer feel that tightness in your chest every time your intuition whispers. God is about to make everything unmistakably clear. There is a reason your peace has been disturbed lately. A reason you feel emotionally drained even when nothing is wrong on the surface. A reason your intuition keeps nudging you, whispering in moments when your mind tries to silence it. You have been sensing a truth that hasn't yet been spoken. Your spirit has been reacting to things your eyes haven't fully seen. God is allowing these feelings for a purpose. He is preparing you for what He is about to reveal. He is softening your heart, strengthening your spirit, and opening your eyes, not to hurt you, but to make sure you don't stay attached to someone who has not treated your heart with the same purity you offered. There are things you excused because you loved him. There are things you overlooked because you trusted him. There are things you dismissed because your heart believed in his potential. But God does not deal with potential, He deals with truth. And the truth is that He has not been giving you the same loyalty you've given Him. He may care for you, He may even love you in His own limited way, but God is about to show you the difference between love that is spoken and love that is lived. God has watched moments where He entertained attention from someone else while your heart trusted Him blindly. God has seen conversations He thought were harmless but had no place in the life of someone who claims to love you. God knows the emotional lines He crossed, the boundaries He bent, the choices He made that you were left in the dark about. This is why your spirit hasn't felt settled, because God refuses to let you build a future on foundations that are not solid. He refuses to let you pour your heart into someone who still has pieces of himself scattered in hidden places. He refuses to let you remain the only faithful one in a connection that requires two hearts, not one. You have prayed for clarity, and God heard you. You have prayed for truth, and God is sending it. You have prayed for guidance, and God is leading you. And now He is about to show you what has truly been happening behind your back. Not to embarrass you. Not to humiliate you. Not to break you. But to release you from deception and redirect you into destiny. God is going to let you see things you cannot unsee. Conversations will surface. Patterns will reveal themselves. People will slip up and say things they didn't mean to say. His behavior will expose itself without you even asking. The truth will rise without your effort, because God Himself is bringing it to the surface. This is divine exposure. This is heaven stepping into your situation. This is God saying, "Enough. My child has cried long enough in confusion." And when the revelation comes, you may feel your heart shift. You may feel disappointment. You may feel anger. You may feel a deep sadness. But what you must understand is this: God never reveals anything unless He has something better prepared. What is coming into the light is not the end of your story, it is the cleansing before the blessing. It is the truth that sets your soul free. It is the moment your heart moves from doubt into clarity, from confusion into understanding, from emotional limbo into spiritual alignment. This truth will show you who he really is, not the version he paints with words, but the version he reveals through actions done in the dark. And once you see the truth, once God places it before you, you will be able to choose with strength, not fear. You will no longer cling to the hope of who he could be. You will finally see who he actually is. And in that moment, God will whisper to your spirit ***, now choose yourself. Now choose your peace. Now choose the love I have been preparing for you. What has been hidden cannot remain hidden. What has been done in darkness is coming into the light. You are stepping into truth, and truth is stepping into your life with power. There are moments in life when God allows a shaking, not to punish you, but to break the illusions that keep you tied to the wrong things. You have been holding on to the image of what you thought this love could become, but God is about to show you what it has actually been. Not the dream. Not the hope. Not the potential. But the truth, unfiltered, unedited, undeniable. For a long time, you believed his inconsistency was temporary. You believed his mixed signals were just signs of fear. You believed his secrecy was the result of stress or emotional overwhelm. You believed his distance was a phase he would snap out of once he realized how deeply he cared for you. But God is letting you see that some behaviors are not phases, they are patterns. Some inconsistencies are not accidents, they are choices. Some silences are not innocence, they are avoidance. And God does not want you spending your future trying to decode someone whose loyalty should have been clear from the beginning. You have a heart that loves purely, but purity should not blind you to patterns. You have a soul that forgives easily, but forgiveness should not excuse repeated disrespect. You have a spirit that hopes endlessly, but hope should not keep you tied to someone who hides pieces of himself behind your back. God is about to show you exactly what he's been doing when you weren't looking. The people he allowed too close. The emotional spaces he stepped into that didn't belong to him. The moments where he tried to act single while claiming you in words. The conversations he brushed off as nothing, but meant more than he admitted. The attention he accepted from others because it fed his ego in ways your loyalty never needed to. You did not know. But God always did. And now God is saying, no more. No more secrets lingering in the background of your connection. No more doubts gnawing at your spirit while he plays innocent. No more pretending everything is fine while your intuition screams for truth. God is about to expose his real motives, his real commitments, his real weaknesses, his real actions. Not because God wants to destroy him, but because God wants to protect you. You have a destiny too powerful to be tied to someone who operates in the shadows. You have a calling too sacred to be connected to a heart that is not fully aligned with yours. You have a future too blessed to be dragged down by someone who cannot even be honest in the present. And when the truth comes, it will make sense. Suddenly his distance will make sense. Suddenly the coldness will make sense. Suddenly the sudden mood swings will make sense. Suddenly the shifts in his tone, his attention, his availability, it will all make sense. Because truth has a way of making patterns visible. God is not revealing what's behind your back so you can fight for Him harder. He is revealing it so you can stop fighting for someone who has not fought for you at the same level. This is not a call to hold on tighter, it's a call to open your eyes. It's a call to step into the clarity you've been praying for. It's a call to trust that God would never take something away without preparing something better. The tears you shed after this truth comes will not break you, they will cleanse you. The disappointment will not weaken you, it will strengthen your vision. The pain will not define you, it will align you. You will not remain stuck in betrayal, you will rise in revelation. And in that rising, God will show you the future He has been preparing. A future where you are loved openly, not secretly. A future where you are valued consistently, not conditionally. A future where you are cherished fully, not partially. A future where love grows in honesty, not behind your back. God is not exposing this to end your story, He is exposing this to rewrite it. God has been patient with you because He knows the size of your heart. He knows you don't give up easily. He knows you love with sincerity, not convenience. He knows you try to see the best in people, even when their actions are showing you something different. And because of that, He has allowed you time to feel, time to hope, time to observe, time to grow. But now, the season of not knowing is ending. The season of truth is beginning. There is a reason God is stepping in so forcefully. He sees where this path would lead if He didn't intervene. He sees the heartbreak waiting at the end of this road. He sees the emotional wounds you would carry if He didn't reveal the truth now, while your heart is still recoverable, while your spirit is still strong enough, while your future is still wide open. You think you're in love with Him, but God sees that you're actually in love with what you believed He could be. You fell in love with His potential, not His patterns. With His promises, not His consistency. With His charm, not His character. But the person someone says they are and the person they actually are can be two very different realities, and God is showing you the difference now. What has been happening behind your back is not random. It is a reflection of the parts of Him He has never healed. The parts that crave validation outside the relationship. The parts that feel powerful when someone else gives Him attention. The parts that He hides behind His smooth words when He talks to you. God is not exposing these things to shame Him, He is exposing them to free you from emotional bondage. You deserve a love that does not make you question your worth. You deserve a love that does not require detective work. You deserve a love that does not pull you through emotional highs and lows. You deserve a love that honors you even in the moments you aren't watching. God has watched Him in moments you never saw. Moments where He entertained temptation because it made Him feel pursued. Moments where He played with attention that wasn't His to receive. Moments where He presented Himself differently when you weren't around. Moments where He chose comfort over commitment. You didn't know. But heaven was watching. And heaven is done watching silently. That is why signs are coming. Signs that will be too strong to ignore. Signs that won't let you pretend everything is fine. Signs that won't let your heart keep holding onto someone who has not been loyal in spirit, even if he claims to be loyal in words. You will notice the truth in the smallest things, in the tone of his voice, in the way he reacts when you ask a simple question, in the defensiveness that appears when he has something to hide, in the nervousness that wasn't there before, in the sudden, busy days, in the emotional distance, in the inconsistencies that no longer make sense. You will notice because God will make it impossible not to. And when the truth unfolds, you will see that God never ignored your prayers. He has been preparing this revealing moment for months. He has been aligning circumstances so the truth rises naturally. He has been orchestrating situations where what is hidden comes to light without you searching for it. You won't have to dig. You won't have to chase. You won't have to snoop. The truth will come to you. Directly. Clearly. Undeniably. And this truth is not coming to break your heart. It is coming to break your denial. To break the cycle you didn't even realize you were trapped in. To break your attachment to someone whose loyalty does not match your own. God is not showing you these things to push you into loneliness, He is showing you so He can lead you into alignment. Into clarity. Into healthier love. Into a future that is worthy of your spirit. What happens next is part of your healing. What is exposed next is part of your protection. What you discover next is part of your elevation. Truth is coming with purpose. Truth is coming with direction. Truth is coming with liberation. And once you see it, you will finally understand why God needed you to let go of the fantasy, so you could prepare for the reality He has chosen for you. And now God is drawing your heart to the final truth, the place where illusions break, masks fall, and His light exposes what has been hidden for far too long. You have walked through confusion, through hope, through disappointment, through moments where your spirit whispered one thing while His actions screamed another. You kept trying to understand Him, trying to read signs, trying to decode mixed signals, trying to hold on to the possibility that His heart was honest. But God says you are entering a moment where you will no longer have to guess. You will no longer have to wonder. You will no longer have to carry the weight of uncertainty. God Himself is stepping in to show you exactly what's been happening behind your back. God saw the moments when you sensed something was off, yet you tried to silence it because you hoped it was nothing. God saw the nights when your spirit felt restless, when your chest felt tight, when your intuition whispered truths you weren't ready to accept. God saw when you felt like you were holding on to something that kept slipping through your fingers, even when you tried to grip it tighter. God saw the times He said sweet words that touched your ears but never touched your soul. God saw the moments when His attention felt inconsistent, His affection felt conditional, and His intentions felt unclear. You tried to convince yourself that you were overthinking, that you were imagining things, that you were being too sensitive. But God says you were not imagining anything, you were discerning. Your spirit was picking up what your heart didn't want to acknowledge. The truth was quietly knocking on the door of your awareness, but you weren't ready to open it yet. And God, in His patience, waited. He waited until you were strong enough to face what needed to be seen. He waited until your heart was steady enough to handle clarity. He waited until you were spiritually mature enough to hear His voice louder than your emotions. You are stepping into that moment now, the moment where truth becomes your freedom. God is removing the fog that has surrounded this situation. He is opening your eyes to what's been hidden, not to hurt you, but to protect you. He is revealing what's been going on behind your back, not to break you, but to lift you. He is exposing what's been in the shadows, not to devastate you, but to redirect you into something better than you ever imagined. There were conversations he had that he hoped you would never know about. There were decisions he made that he thought would stay hidden. There were connections he entertained that he assumed would never reach your awareness. But nothing is hidden from God. Nothing escapes his sight. And because you belong to him, he will not let you be deceived. He will not let you walk blind. He will not let you build your future on a foundation of lies, confusion, and half-truths. God is showing you that his words were not always aligned with his actions. His promises were not always aligned with his intentions. His affection was not always aligned with his loyalty. There were moments when he acted uncertain while telling you he was sure. Moments when he acted distant while telling you he was committed. Moments when he acted distracted while telling you he was focused on you. This imbalance was not your imagination. It was God alerting you. The truth behind your back is not being revealed to punish him, it's being revealed to free you. God is saying, this is the moment where you rise above confusion. This is the moment where clarity becomes your strength. This is the moment where I protect you from emotional traps disguised as love. You are not losing anything when God exposes the truth. You are being rescued from what would have drained you. You are being delivered from what would have wasted your time. You are being lifted out of a cycle that would have kept you emotionally stuck. You are being prepared for a love that is consistent, honest, and intentional, something this situation could never give you. You are not meant to live in the shadows of someone else's uncertainty. You are not meant to chase clarity from someone who benefits from your confusion. You are not meant to shrink yourself just to make someone else feel comfortable. You are not meant to wait for love to finally become real when it should have been real from the beginning. God is moving you into a place where someone's heart will not hide things from you, where someone's loyalty will not require guessing, where someone's commitment will not come with mixed signals. You may feel sadness, shock, or even betrayal when the truth is fully revealed, but after that comes something powerful: release. Then comes something even stronger: peace. And after peace comes the greatest gift of all: alignment. Alignment with what God has been preparing for you, protecting for you, and waiting to give you. God is saying that the revelation coming your way is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your rebirth. It is the moment where you stop questioning your worth. It is the moment where you stop doubting your intuition. It is the moment where you stop accepting almost love, halfway loyalty, and inconsistent affection. Soon you will look back and thank God for exposing what you couldn't see. You will thank him for removing what you were trying to hold on to. You will thank him for protecting you from what you thought you wanted. You will thank him for saving your heart from investing in what was never meant to stay. Your spirit is entering a new chapter, one where truth becomes your peace, clarity becomes your strength, and God's guidance becomes your compass. What was going on behind your back will no longer have power over you. The truth will set you free, and the freedom will lead you to something far more beautiful than what you thought you were losing. You are stepping into divine protection, divine clarity, and divine truth. And when God reveals the full picture, you will understand why he didn't let this continue any longer. You will understand why your spirit kept feeling uneasy. You will understand why the connection felt like it was pulling you in two different directions. You will understand why God had to intervene. What's coming next for you is alignment, peace, healing, elevation, restoration, and a love that mirrors God's heart, not someone who hides things behind your back, but someone who values your trust too deeply to ever risk losing it. This is your closure, your clarity, your breakthrough, and your divine turning point. God is with you. God is guiding you. God is exposing the hidden places to protect you. And God is preparing your heart for something so real, so stable, so honest, and so beautifully aligned with your soul that everything you're walking away from will feel small compared to what He brings next. Your heart is about to breathe again. Your spirit is about to rise again. Your life is about to shift in ways you never imagined. And what God reveals will not break you, it will free you forever.